kid. Don't you like clowns?
It's alive!
I am the way.
Hello, Internet, YouTube, all of our fellow fans out there watching. We just hit 667. So thank you to all of the previous and new subscribers to the channel. Hopefully you'll hang out with us long enough to see even more reviews.
But we hit 6 Halloween. How cool is that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, how apropos for this spooky season. We're on our highway to Halloween, and we hit 666 on the subscribers. So thanks, everybody, for subscribing, tuning in. Feel free to jump in the chat. We're here to have some fun tonight.
And that was my boy Mac. Old Justin McFarland, my man. Lucky number 666.
Hell yeah.
A winner. Anyway, it is 10 p.m. on Tuesday, so you know what that means. We're here to do another film review and talk about what we watched this week. I am Chad Mang.
I'm Dave.
Mike.
Chuck.
And we are your video store clerks. Now, tonight we have a special guest with us this evening, returning for the second show since Graveyard Shift. He is author of Master of Bodies, Broth House, This Damned House, published over 40 times. Let's give it up for a Mr. Robert Essig.
All right. Hey, I'm glad to be back.
Oh yeah,
Welcome
man.
back, sir.
Glad to have you. Welcome to the store again.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, that was probably over a year ago, wasn't it?
Probably so.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's do
I guess it would be.
But since then, you and Nasty over there has been out in the con world. You guys just did a little thing a few weeks ago. If you guys want to talk about it for a few minutes.
Oh yeah, the TBR con. Yeah, Knoxville. It was good seeing everybody and hanging out with Robert and all that. Kind of slow here and there, but good experience overall.
Can you explain, if the viewers might not know what TBR Con is, can you give a little bit more elaboration on that?
Yeah.
TBR Con is the Tennessee Book and Readers Convention. This was the second annual TBR. I live nearby. I'm like 40 minutes away. So I went to the last one. And it's basically just at the Expo Center, a bunch of different authors, all different genres, from horror to romance, fantasy, everything in between. And people coming and looking at the horror books and going, and walking by. Fantasy was like the big seller, it seemed, but some people were not, you get those Bible Belt people and they don't like this, the horror.
Yeah. See, last year is where I met Robert at. It was a lot busier last year than this year. There was a game or two going on this year, and some things that gone on in the news I'm not going to bring up. I think are also deterring people from going and doing anything, and it wasn't as busy. But last year, a lot of people were like, "We need more fantasy." Well, they got what they wanted, and there was a lot more fantasy authors this time. But yeah, no, good time regardless. I hope they're going to do it again next year. But like, there's something that I guess that somebody different's going to be doing it. Maybe, not really sure about that. But either way, I'm going to try to go every year that I can, because last year, this year, they were fun. I had a good time.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Well, if you remember, Robert, we always do a little news segment before we jump into our craziness and discuss about the films we watch. So let's have some news.
It buzzed me.
And look who just jumped out at me, Robin.
Freddy Krueger.
Oh,
Oh,
Fred.
yeah.
Oh,
No. Christy, are you okay? Are you okay?
Yes.
She is petrified.
She
She
peed a
is
little.
petrified. I love it.
That was
All
good.
right. So starting off with the top 10 box office films.
Top 10.
Number 10. A Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey. BBBJ. Did $1.1 million this week. Doing $5.7 million the last 2 weeks.
What the fuck is this movie?
Oh, Big Beautiful BJ, apparently it's called.
yeah. Yeah.
The
Triple-
Big, Bold, Beautiful Journey.
Triple BJ. All right.
It's
Crazy.
a mouthful.
Certainly is.
Oh, Lord.
Number
Okay.
9, the re-release of Spider-Man. First week out did $2.2 million.
That's weird. Why did they really?
Fuck, that shit came out of nowhere.
With the Tobey Maguire movie?
Yeah.
Yeah,
They re-released it?
yeah. Go figure, right?
Doesn't everybody have like 50 VHSs of that laying in their basement somewhere? Why do we need it in the fucking theater?
At the thrift store right now.
Yeah. Never bought it. Don't know. Number 8, The Long Walk, did $3.3 million this week, doing $28.7 million the last 3 weeks.
I want to see that.
And number 7, Downtown Abbey, the grand finale, did $3.3 million this week, doing $38.9 million the last 2 weeks. Or 3 weeks.
I didn't realize that Mark Hamill is in The Long Walk. I just found that out recently.
Oh, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Kind of what sells me on wanting to see it.
Shit looks dope already without him, but sign me up.
Yeah. Don't give a fuck about Star Wars, but he was a really good.
Hey.
I don't give a fuck.
Well, that was nasty, everybody.
Usually.
Number 6, Him. Did $3.5 million this week, bringing it up to $20.7 million the last 2 weeks.
I don't really know shit about that movie. I just know, is it a horror movie or something? Like,
Yeah.
as
It's
a
a-
football?
Jordan Peele.
No wonder I don't give a fuck about seeing it.
I
Anyway,
don't know, you said you like Nope.
I like
Shit.
I like Nope more than I do the
Nope.
other ones. Doesn't mean Nope was a good one though. It was decent. It had good, decent things in it, but
wasn't.
I
but
don't know,
it-
I always
that
give Peele a
spaceship
chance.
and that, the spaceship and that, and all that was fucking stupid. But I liked where it was going with certain things. Other than that, I don't really care for shit.
Oh, I always give Peele a chance. Candyman was fire.
I try.
I figured you wouldn't like this, Chuck, just because it's sports related.
Yeah.
It doesn't appeal to me at all either. I mean, that's if it
Oh,
wasn't
yeah.
the sports part, I probably would check it out just because it's horror. But
And isn't what?
Like a
Yeah,
football.
one of the weigh-ins is in it. So
Your favorite.
just count Chuck out now.
done. Not happening.
Number 5, The Strangers, Chapter 2. First
do
week
wanna
out
see
did
that.
$5.8 million.
I'm curious about that one. A lot of people could say their shit about the Strangers movies. I love the first one. Somebody actually posted the other day. I don't remember who it was. That said they thought that the second one was the best one out of all of it. I'm like, no. The first one was good. It had that tone to it. The second one took away everything that was good about the first one. The last one that came out, Chapter 1, was just a reboot of the original, so I didn't have really a problem with it. And this new one, it's I don't know. I've heard some things about it. It might be pretty good. I'm down for it.
Yeah, I mean, I watch it whenever it's on one of my streaming platforms.
Probably.
Number 4, The Conjuring Last Rites. Did $6.7 million this week, doing $161 million the last 4 weeks.
Have you all seen that one yet? Anybody?
I'm not a fan of the Conjuring movies.
They don't really,
I know you're big. I know Chuck's a big fan of the Warrens.
Fuck them. Fucking fake ass pieces of shit. Fuck them. And by the way, if Annabelle comes near you, it's okay. She's not real.
Nope.
Fuck them.
Number 3, The Demon Slayer, Infinity Castle. That's $7 million this week, doing $111 million the last 3 weeks.
Is that the K-pop or K-pop bullshit? What's it called? K-pop?
K-pop.
What exactly is K-pop?
I don't know.
Korean
It's just
pop.
like Korean animation type shit.
Okay.
But I was never real big into, like, aside from like Vampire Hunter D and like the old school Ghost in the Shell shit.
Mhm. I'm not an anime guy, really, but old friend of the show, Whitman, showed me a bunch of old school horror animes a while back that actually were kind of cool. But they were way different from this K-pop stuff. Man.
Shout out to Whitman. What up, homie?
Mm-hmm.
He's traveling.
He's traveling.
He's like David Carradine in Kung Fu.
Kinda.
What you mean? Walk the earth.
He's cruising the earth. Number 2, Gabby's Dollhouse, the movie. Don't ask. 13.6 mil first week out. We turned the trailer on earlier and we're just like, nope. Some like old, what was like a cartoon or some shit, kind of do like a real life movie about a dollhouse or some weird shit. I don't fucking know.
It wasn't cool. It wasn't.
No. And number 1, One Battle After Another. The new Leonardo DiCaprio, Sean Penn, Benicio del Toro, Regina Hall did $22 million this week.
That looks good.
It does.
That does look good.
Yeah.
Really good things about it.
Yeah.
Movie of the year, a lot of people are saying.
Oh, no shit. All right.
Well, I don't know. I think Weapons would do that one.
I don't know. There's still we still got a few months left in the year. You never know. Could be a sleeper.
Could be.
Yeah. Then we got some birthdays today. We got Kieran Culkin turned 43, and Fran Drescher turned 68. Haven't seen any deaths this week, so fingers crossed.
Oh, I'm sure they're out there.
Oh, they might be, but I didn't want to search too hard.
Just look at Facebook.
Depressing. That shit's depressing.
Yeah, it is.
On to other news. So 2 golden retrievers beat out 5,000 other golden retrievers for the Air Bud sequel.
Oh, there you go.
I thought you were going to say some weird joke. I don't know.
Two dogs walk into a bar.
Like, why? Who cares about Air Bud? Nobody does. Not even fucking kids care about Air Bud.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean,
That's
some
just
of them
fun.
maybe, with the parents who were like, you can't watch anything but this stuff. Maybe. But for the most part, kids are like, I want violence.
Might as
I'm
well
not
bring
saying
back Herbie, right?
Fuck yeah.
The love bug.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about, man.
Two dogs.
2 dogs are walking in the bar. They start fucking.
Other news nobody else asked for.
2 dogs, 1 movie.
Milo and Otis. Well, that was a dog and a cat, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really depressing, actually, when it comes down to that movie. But
All those movies were, man.
they were
So
amazing.
other news nobody wanted was Miami Vice is getting a reboot, the movie,
Another one.
with Glenn Powell and Michael B. Jordan.
I'm already over it. Everybody.
Because it worked so well 20 years ago when they tried to do it.
Speaking of reboots, Cliffhanger reboot is finally getting the green light.
But not Drop Zone. Not Drop Zone.
Not Drop Zone.
Fuck Drop Zone, but
It's
like
coming.
Cliffhanger.
Travesty.
They're remaking Cliffhanger.
Yeah,
And
with
the
Juan
Stallone
Paulette,
Cliffhanger?
Sarah, Pierce Brosnan, and Lily James.
No. I happen to really like the original Cliffhanger movie, and I think John Lithgow was a terrifying bad guy in that movie, and
You can't replace Michael Rooker.
right, and fucking Sylvester Stallone's pretty killer in that too. That movie actually freaks me out because I hate heights.
They're like rebooting all his shit because they're about to do that new Rambo joint too, like the prequel.
Oh, wonderful!
Yeah.
They really are running out of ideas in Hollywood. They really.
Well, here you
are.
go. Simpsons movie sequel, 20
I'm
years
down for
later, takes place between seasons 38 and 39,
Okay,
just in time for their 40th anniversary.
makes sense. I can get behind the Simpsons.
Talk about something that makes you feel fucking old, yo.
Right. I remember when that was on the Tracy Ullman show.
Right?
So do I. My mom used to watch the Tracy Ullman show. Yeah, that's where I first saw that shit.
Crazy shit. Got some more Highlander news. Drew McIntyre joined the cast of Highlander, WWE wrestler.
I forgot that was even a thing.
And speaking of ex-WWE wrestlers, apparently if they do make a Jason film, Braun Strowman is talks, but I don't believe it whatsoever.
It ain't happening, folks. Sorry.
I've been waiting for a new Jason movie forever, but I don't even want the one to play Jason.
No, he's too big.
Yeah, that's what I said. Every year he gets bigger.
That's like that would be like what's his face in the Halloween shit.
The Rob Zombie's Halloween.
Yeah. Yeah. What was his name? Played it. Shit. Tyler Bane? No, I can't remember.
I don't know.
But he was too big. Too big. We don't need freaking giant.
No.
Yeah, that was a monstrous Michael Myers.
Yeah.
But next thing you know, Andre the Giant could play like one of them fucking guys, and it just wouldn't make sense.
No, if you're gonna you bring in somebody in like that for like a Bane character, okay, that makes more sense.
Right. Yeah. Part of the allure of Michael Myers is the fact that he is pretty much just a man, But there's more to him. But like he looks like he can be beatable.
Well, me and Dave were talking about it earlier, and we were like, "Why is it every fucking Friday the 13th film, Jason just kept getting bigger? He went from like a 5'10" dude to like the last one, he's like 6'7".
They put the air pump in him and just went, here we go.
Yeah. Shit's goofy because I'm fucking taller than Warrington Gillette. But anyway, that is the news for the evening.
I saw they're doing a Randy Savage biopic too.
Oh yeah.
Finally.
Speaking of biopics, I saw the trailer for that Bruce Springsteen biopic. I didn't even know that was going to be a thing.
Yeah. What's his name?
Who's playing the boss?
Jeremy Allen White.
Yeah, dude from The Bear and Shameless.
I could see that actually.
Mm-hmm.
He actually looks like even the way he talks and everything in the trailer, I'm like, could work.
I'll have to look that shit up later.
Yeah, really good actor, that kid. He's
they need to throw him in the Gene Wilder biopic.
Everybody
keeps trying to say that he's his illegitimate son or something like that.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
His grandfather.
Very well be. Very well be. But that is the news. So let's hop in to Mario Bava's 1963 film, Black Sabbath. Oh! It's a fairly short film in 93 minutes, usually like your standard time. The Italian title translation, Translation, there you go, is Three Faces of Fear. It is an anthology film of 3 stories, introduced each story by Boris Karloff.
The man.
You have the first story, The Drop of Water. The second story is The Telephone. And the third story being The Verderlock.
Depending on which...
Anthologies, man. I love anthologies.
I do too.
We grew up on.
Yeah.
Tales from the Crypt, Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, even Freddy's Nightmares, and loosely the Friday the 13th series. Anthologies were really big when Tales from the Crypt hit.
Well, interesting enough, the second story, The Telephone, is the first Italian thriller shot in color.
Oh, really?
Interesting.
That is interesting.
And they're in different order depending on which version of the film you watch. Because I watched the Italian version, and it starts with the phone, and then it goes to Verderlock, then it's Drop of Water last.
Oh, really?
Right. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Don't know.
That's how they're listed up on Wikipedia as well.
Would you watch it with the subtitles or some shit, or?
Yeah.
Why don't you just watch it free on YouTube? It's not.
What was it on? I just turned on the first thing, Tubi, and that's how it came up. I didn't realize there was a different version.
Oh, really?
Like I said, this was the first time I actually got to watch this. So I just popped on Tubi and it came up, and it was Italian. So I just figured it was Italian.
Yeah. Mike texted me the one. I was like, "This shit's in Italian." I said, "The one I watched wasn't."
I was like, "What?" Too late now.
But that was on Screenbox. But anyway, Rob, you says one of your favorite films. What story would you say is one of your favorites?
Which story of the 3?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I like the I'll say I don't the phone one. I really don't like that much.
Right.
That was
The other
boring.
two kind of have a gothic feel to them. They have a better feel together. They go together better. I think the phone is almost like an episode of the Twilight Zone or something.
Yeah.
It's funny that it was the first Italian thriller in color, because in a weird way, I think it would work better in black and white. But maybe that's because it feels like an episode of the Twilight Zone to me. So it almost feels like something I'd already seen. So that one I'm not that big of a fan of. I don't even, as many times I've seen the movie, I don't remember a lot about that one, even though I even just watched it yesterday.
Yeah.
But The Drop of Water, that's the one that really resonates with me the most. For a variety of reasons. I just think it's the creepiest of the stories. I love seeing a story where someone, pretty much loses their mind, goes crazy. And one of the things I really liked about it, watching it yesterday, that I never really had thought about in the past, it really struck me, and actually goes with the Vertilac story as well, is the use of color. There's all kinds of color in those two stories. Colored lights in the background, to where you're like, why is there a purple light over here and a blue light over there? But it looks awesome.
Yeah.
I love the way the set designs and everything for these old, Gothic type tells are. But the color, it made me really think of Dario Argento of Suspiria.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but wonder if maybe in some way the movie, was a little bit of an influence on Argento using so much color, particularly in Suspiria. But the Drop of Water is the one that I really like a lot.
The evil Barbara Bush.
That face is something you'll never forget.
Yeah.
the weird wax, the waxen face is a little carved out of wood.
You'll never forget it.
Yeah.
I'm the exact same way. The Drop of Water was my favorite, and the telephone was the least favorite. Because the telephone, like I was saying to Chad, I was like, you can't do this to people anymore. I thought
the same thing. It's
me and
so
my friend used to
outdated.
prank call. Yeah, it's dated. Exactly. Me and my friend used to prank call people every day after school on the payphone, and it's like you can't, this doesn't scare anybody anymore. We've seen this a million times since 1963. Oh shit!
Oh, don't answer it.
Speaking of,
Hello? Hello?
Who is it?
I don't know. Nobody there.
What?
It's weird.
Plus the fact that
Scream was the last movie to successfully use a telephone.
Yeah.
And you watch this, and the first thing I thought of is, the Scream, hey, are you alone? Type thing.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah, you're sitting there like just hey lady, just unplug the phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think I liked the Drop of Water better too. The telephone is pretty just flat.
There's a lot about that story that kind of irks me, because it's kind of a blah thing. Like you said, it's like we've kind of seen it done a bunch, but so the chick that was there, there's a whole. Are we gonna go through it? Are we gonna go through each story and stuff, or?
Maybe we can.
Okay. Well, we'll get into more of it later, but
Just go into it now.
Yeah. Okay. There we go. But the girl, the woman that's in there with her, that she doesn't really feel like, she doesn't trust her. But she has no problem. She's afraid she's gonna poison her, all this shit, and she's like, no, but it's drugs to knock you out. And
Yeah, she says they're Frank's drugs, which is the dead person calling her, which is even worse.
Yeah.
Here, drink this.
And she's like, oh, okay. What the fuck? There was just, I don't know. It's kind of honestly kind of a mess of a story, honestly, so I'm glad I'm not the only one that feels that way. It's just, there's certain things that that doesn't make sense.
There's just not a lot going on. I mean, it's just a phone call. She answers the phone. It's her dead, ex-husband or dead husband or boyfriend or whatever.
What?
I don't fucking know. Some dude.
He's dead?
And then later on, he's there.
Yeah.
Wait, is he really dead in the
He's
version
supposed
you
to be
watched?
dead. Yeah.
In the version I watched, he's not dead. What?
Yeah, she's freaking out because she's getting a call from Frank and he's dead.
No, in the version I watch, he went to prison. She sent him to prison, and he was trying to. She thought he was trying to get revenge on her, and like it's interesting because now this is a whole different dynamic. Like whenever okay, the main chick Rosie, who's getting the calls, whenever she calls her friend to come over, she doesn't. It's not there. I never got the idea that she didn't trust her. She was like calling her over, like, "Hey, I'm scared, and we used to be friends." In your version, are they like estranged friends as well?
I mean, they seem to know each other.
No, I mean like they used to be friends, then something happened. They had a falling out.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was
I'm trying to make sure that what lines up here. So anyway, she calls her because she's scared. She's like, "Hey, I'm scared. Can you come over?" And it's like, "Oh, you haven't talked to me in forever. You didn't want to talk to me ever again, or whatever." And so she says, "Okay, that's fine. I'll come over." And they're hanging out, and you never really get the impression, you once you realize that the other chick is the one that was making the calls, then you think she's up to something. So I never got the impression that Rosie didn't trust her. I didn't know where they were going with it until she finally was writing the letter saying, "Hey, it was me behind it all, and I just wanted to come over and see you again because I missed being friends with you." And then
that's not what the letter says in the English version at all.
What's it say?
No.
This is so crazy.
That whole
Robert, were you aware of any of this? Robert?
No, I've never seen the Italian version. I've always seen the American version.
I want to now.
I've always started watching it and I go find the English one because in the one that we watched, this is actually kind of great. In the one we watched,
Which earth are you on, Mike?
Yeah, really. And the one we watched, the note is the woman saying that the reason why she drugged her was because it would give her enough time to reach out to a psychologist.
Yeah,
because she needs help because she is hallucinating. Yeah, because you don't. Yeah,
she's hallucinating.
That's a completely different fucking thing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Wow, weird.
And then
This is crazy.
At some point, a dude sneaks in the door and strangles her with a pair of nylons while she's writing the letter, which is Frank.
Yeah, that's the escape guy. Like, because so the one I watched, the friend is the one behind the calls, and she's trying to just see her friend Rosie again. So she gets over there, they hang out for a little bit and talk, and then she gives her the sedative to calm her down and say, "Oh, you're not going to get any rest unless you take this." And then she goes in the kitchen and gives the knife, and you think she's going to do something. Then she hands the knife to her and is like, "Oh, just in case," and puts it under the pillowcase. Yeah. Then Rosie passes out, goes to sleep, and her friend's writing the letter, and she's saying, "Hey, I just want to confess that it was me behind the calls. I'm sorry. I just missed you, and I wanted to see you again." And all this, and then, like you said, while she's writing this, somehow Frank comes in, even though the door is unlocked magically. I don't know, because they're supposed to be on high alert because she actually believes that Frank's out there trying to get her, and then Frank comes in and starts strangling the friend. But I was just like, why? He can clearly see her face. Are we supposed to just imagine that this is a dark room, and it's lit just for the purposes of film? But I was like, he should be able to tell that it's not Rosie. So he strangles her, and then he's like, "Oh, damn!" He realizes it's the wrong person. And then and Rosie wakes up, and then he comes over after her, and then she stabs him, kills him.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it lines up there. Just that middle bit's a bit different.
Yeah.
So I wonder if they changed things around. I wonder why they had to do that.
I wonder if it's a different, if any of it is a different cut, or if it's all the same footage, just with a different, like they translated the English different. That's interesting.
But like with the letter and stuff, though, like that's really interesting.
I want to know if everything else is different.
Yeah.
Well, thinking about it, I mean, that was one way that I knew that there was an English version of it. When Boris Karloff, I was like, I know that because I don't think he was in anything that was foreign that he wasn't speaking English. But like in the movie though, like everybody seems to speak. There's not really any overdubs on too much of the mouth movements or whatever when they're talking. So I'm really curious. So are you investigating now, Kolchak?
No, I was gonna see if I could bring it up somehow.
I think there were some actors that were probably Italian who it looked like they were probably speaking Italian and it was dubbed over. A few of them, maybe none of the main characters. Not there really weren't many actors in the whole movie, I guess.
Did
do kind of weird things of shooting the entire movie.
Well, you know,
in two different
another Mario
ways.
Bava movie, Lisa and the Devil, has a completely separate cut called The House of Exorcism. 2 different movies.
Yes.
Same footage and everything.
Weird.
Yeah, I didn't realize that when I first watched it, and I was like, "Wait, this is the same fucking movie I just watched." Okay.
Pretty fucking interesting.
Was this just an executive decision where a distributor was like, this story would be better if he was dead? If this was just somebody's idea just to change it?
Yeah, they may have been playing to the American audience. Maybe the American audience would rather have this tale of almost a ghostly thing, and then
of a ghost instead of an escape prisoner.
Yeah, escape convict.
I think the prisoner thing's scary.
I think that one makes a lot more sense. Like
a lot more sense.
It does.
Well, it's interesting because when you guys start talking about it, you're talking about how she's like not trusting of her friend, you know. In the version I saw, you know, she seemed trusting. So maybe they wanted to give that like more of a suspenseful type feel to it, where it's like, okay, she's more intimidated and afraid that her friend's there. I don't know, just kind of make it more tense, maybe the whole situation. And then, like you said, you know, with the ghostly stuff, I don't know.
They probably didn't do screenings from this movie, did they? Or did they? Or if it tested well, they made changes.
I don't know. Like we watched or looked at the budget and stuff, which didn't make any sense, but it was like what 205 million
lira.
Yeah, lira. It was like 4 million in US though. That's still fucking pretty high. Like especially back in the 60s. I think I looked it up and it said that would be what $45.8 million today.
Most of it went to Boris.
Probably.
Yeah, more than likely.
I'll take the money.
Pay me.
That's so interesting, though.
Yeah,
that is. Yeah, I didn't know that. I wonder if there's any differences in the other stories either.
We'll find out.
That's what I was wondering.
I guess we will go through these one at a time.
Yeah.
Yeah, because now I'm really curious.
Well, since we all tend, Mike, which one story was your favorite?
Probably Vertilock.
Yeah.
Okay.
What is that? Slavic?
What about you, Chuck?
The drop of water one. Yeah. Like that one, just the whole thing, like, you know, because you kind of don't expect it. Like, you know, if you've never seen the movie or whatever, and then like the woman goes in and sees this woman, and like I said, like Barbara Bush with like a fucking mangled face. And like it's just like that's terrifying.
Yeah, that image is in your head once you see it.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
There's no getting that out of there.
Get it tattooed on my ass.
Wow.
There's no getting that image out of your fucking head after that.
Right.
No, I don't know. Like, I like that one maybe a smidge bit more than Vertilock. Just because, I mean, for being like I wouldn't want to say like they're vampires or whatever, but they just didn't seem like your traditional vampire.
No, but I think I was more interested in where the story might be going with Vertilock. You know, it was one of those ones where it's like, okay, you know, they're trying to figure out whether or not he's actually a vampire or a Vertilock, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
And one of the creepiest parts, you know, aside from in the drop of water, that face, one of the creepiest things is whenever the kid, you know, after he's dead and they bury him and then he comes back. Mommy. I'm cold. And he's just like, you know, right there by the door. And it's this weird, creepy shot, you know. I think that, and like I said, in the drop of water with that visual of the face and everything like that, this is probably the two creepiest things in the entire film, in my opinion.
Oh yeah,
I think Karloff looming around When everybody's
like a creeper.
You know, yeah, that's pretty creepy. That's I've never really seen Karloff as a creepy character. Usually, I've always loved Karloff. In this movie though, like he really is. Like it just, I don't know. I actually really like that one.
I mean, one of his lines is really creepy.
Which line? Oh, the one that sounds really out of like.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
fondle thing. Well, then that's not what it meant.
No, I know, but it just sounded totally wrong. Especially with today's society, you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's just the whole thing's kind of eerie. I mean, like guy comes back and it's like dude's dead, and they're kind of like they're not wanting to piss him off, even though it doesn't seem too hard to do.
I just like how specific it is. 5 days after 10 p.m., he's fucked.
Yeah,
it's like the best times, and
it's after 10 p.m. on yours.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It's after midnight on the one I watched.
Interesting.
But then it's fucked up too because they see him coming, so then they all go outside. Like they already know. Like he told him straight up, if I'm not back by this time, I'm probably a fucking vampire or whatever. So don't let me in.
No.
So they just go outside and greet him, and I'm like, what the fuck? This is not what he said to do at all.
Well, okay. So in the version I watch, they see him coming, and they're like debating on whether or not to go out. They're like, there he is, and they're like, well, it was just the stroke of midnight. Like it's so close. What do we do? And they're like, I don't know. And they go out to kind of gauge what's going on with him. And they're like, oh, he's got a wound on his chest or whatever, and they think he's okay. But he's like you should be able to tell that he's fucking acted super weird,
Right?
like
shit.
Yeah, he, especially when he orders them, the one guy to go out and shoot the dog.
But it's your favorite dog. Kill it.
So that's there. I don't know if you want to do this or not. I don't know. I got the part from the telephone up where she's writing the letter. Do you want to see this real quick?
Yeah.
And then if we get hit, we can just edit and post.
Yeah.
All right. For the live viewers, we'll take a look here. This is the Italian version, so you'll get to see what she's saying in the letter in the Italian version here. So, all right. Is it going? Oh wait, you didn't bring it up yet.
It was starting to.
Disappeared. There it goes.
Cara Rosy, mi dispiace di averti tanto spaventata, ma era l'unico mezzo che avevo per infrangere il tuo giuramento che mi dava tanta pena. La notizia dell'evasione di Frank mi ha suggerito l'idea. La sua voce. Ero io, non me ne volere. È stato poi tanto spiacevole.
How convenient.
So crazy.
Maybe he picked the lock from the other side somehow.
But that's the other thing, though, is she said it was her on the phone, but the guy on the phone that we heard was a guy, like very clearly a man.
Maybe she's like Serial Mom, and she's like, Pussy Willows.
Come on, Frank.
It takes forever.
You're getting a fucking copyright straight. Send your ass back to jail.
Stab you again.
Jesus Christ.
He's walking very slow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, he doesn't want to be heard, He'll creep up. He trips over the fucking. Are these mine?
Chad, can you show us on the screen too? So it looks like we're reviewing. I don't know if that'll change the copyright shit.
The right, all the way right. Yeah, that one.
All right, now see, this is like, it's lit. Like he should be able to see her face here. Like, look, she's looking right at him. Okay, so that was the okay. I thought there was more to it. All right, so that was the letter, and she's dead.
She's dead.
So obviously, that's very different from what you saw.
Yeah, letter-wise, yeah. Everything
The
else,
letter was in English and the one we saw.
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's interesting. So the voice on the phone in the Italian version, is it a man's voice?
Yes.
Huh. It's kind of weird. That is weird. Is that what? Because it doesn't make. It makes more sense with him being an escapee instead of coming back from the dead. Like it's like I guess they're just like, well, he's in a suit. Americans won't know.
I mean, so I guess technically it'd be like 2 ghost stories and then a vampire story.
Yeah. But that's so crazy that I've never known that.
Well, here, okay. So here you can compare that part. I ran it back to. All right, so this is one of the calls. Okay, so this is the voice that we're hearing originally.
Rosie, ma perché hai chiamato la tua amica Mary? Speri che possa aiutarti? Credevi che non sentissi, Rosie? Hai parlato piano, ma è inutile, perché io ti sono vicino. Te l'ho detto, molto vicino. Chiama chi vuoi, Rosie.
And here's the big reveal that it's not a guy.
Anche se ci fossero 100 persone intorno a te.
Oh, see, I wasn't in there at all.
No.
Yeah, that's weird. That's different.
Hai capito, Rosie? Prima dell'alba.
And a rag isn't going to make her sound like a man.
No.
I really talk like this, but if I put the rag over, I talk like a guy like this. You'll never know the difference.
No. That's your phone.
Yeah. That's so funny to me though. Like
That's pretty dope though.
Because I know there's a lot of like foreign films that when they come over to America that there are differences, but like I've never really, I don't know, that's just kind of funny to me.
It changes the dynamic, certainly.
It does. Completely.
You know, if you're thinking that her dead ex-husband or whatever is, you know, haunting her or whatever they're leading you to believe in the American version, then this is completely different. Yeah, you know, she put her I guess it was her ex-husband. She put him in prison for something. I can't remember what it was, but yeah, he was trying to get vengeance, and then her friend saw that he was released or he escaped in the newspaper, and she used it as a reason to get her to call her and to come over and see her friend again. And then it just so happens that Frank did show up and try to kill her.
I can't wait to go to the playback and watch this whenever I say something about the dead ex-husband and you're like, what are you talking
about? I thought you were kidding at first.
Your face was just like, what the fuck did you watch?
Because I was like, did you watch the same thing as me? And no, you didn't.
That's hilarious.
Not even kind of, sort of. That's pretty dope, though.
Yeah, look at that. That definitely makes more sense.
Yeah, I really want to know if there's any difference in the other tales. I mean, the telephone's by far the easiest and shortest of the 3.
Yeah.
Because fucking the last one's like 45 minutes long. So that's like half the movie. So the other 2 just kind of right there.
All right. So what? Drop of Water. What's the next one you guys saw? That was the last one I saw.
Yeah.
So in order for us is the Drop of the Water was first.
Oh, okay.
In the telephone.
Okay. So we're going a little bit out of. Okay, for Drop of Water, what is the basic premise that you believe?
Woman gets called. I can't remember what exactly it is. Like she just like a
She's like a nurse.
Yeah.
Caregiver. Yeah,
I wasn't
like
sure what
that.
her occupation was, to go look at a dead body and make sure it's dead. I'm not sure
Yeah,
what she
yeah, kind of.
Yeah, it's basically a nurse steals this old lady's ring, and then the old lady haunts her with dripping water.
Okay. Yeah.
Terrifying.
And it can be
Terrifying.
argued that the ring is the cursed object, although the lady had what did she have, like candles and tarot cards or something out, like she was practicing black magic. But I kind of thought, screw that black magic stuff. The ring is how many people have gone crazy and had that look on their dead face because of that ring, and then someone else stole it, like at the very end. To me, I don't think it was necessary to even show that the lady was practicing witchcraft. It's almost like a red herring. But
Yeah.
You're like, there's something wrong because she died during a seance, and she was
that's right.
So they were saying like she was cursed or some shit.
Yeah, because that was, I think, what the other person that was there. Whenever the nurse shows up, the other woman's explained to her that she was doing some kind of seance and had a heart attack.
Yeah, that was the maid.
She cursed anybody that did something. I forgot what it was, with the room or something. Like if anybody did that, she cursed them or whatever.
Yeah,
that's just taking her back.
There's a weird concept there.
Yeah, but and that one's not really long either, is it?
No, not really. It's like
22 minutes or something like that.
Yeah. So all I like about that one is it's kind of
it's creepy.
It's it's a really good entry because it's short and sweet, gets right to the point. You know, it's creepy. I think, and the thing is, I think it's a perfect opening for the anthology too. So
I think so too. I think they should start with that one. I actually agree with that change.
Yeah, completely. Because it gives you the idea of what you're in for. You know, you get Boris Karloff talking to you and shit, and then it's like, oh, here's, like I said, Barbara Bush with a mangled face. That's what I always just like. God damn, it's terrifying. And it's great. And the thing is like with the telephone one, it kind of makes sense with it being in the middle.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because if you're already watching it, you're not going to turn it off.
Right.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You watch it at the end, you're just like, what? Huh?
Well, I watched it at the beginning, so.
Well, at least you didn't turn it off. You were like, damn it.
Yeah.
Like, what else do I have to watch?
Yeah, I may have lost interest if it was the first episode. When I first watched the movie, I'd probably, because I don't think it fits.
Yeah. Mike's the trooper.
Yeah.
It's like, because he texted me and he was like, this is boring so far.
It's very slow, throughout. It's a slow burn. But okay, so I saw Telephone, then Vertilock, and then Drop of Water. So it's like you got a short, a long, and then a short in that order.
So you kind of got the build-up.
Kind of. I don't know. It's weird, I don't know. I don't know if I like it that way or not.
Yeah,
like I said, I was enjoying Vertilock more. I don't know.
Like I said, like I liked the first one, our first one, a little better than that one, but not much. Like I'm talking like
a smidgen,
a public hair.
Yeah, a public hair. Yeah, because I like Vertilock as well. That one could actually have been longer and been its own movie.
Yeah,
I like whenever he's like, there's a guy outside. He's like, there was a guy on my horse a minute ago. And he's like, it's Alabek. And he's like, who's that? He's like, Turkish bandit.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's like, you want proof that he's dead? And he all you first see is like just the hair, and he pulls it and he goes, put him out front and send a message or whatever he says.
Yeah.
And he just says severed head dangling. It's a pretty good shot too, I gotta say. I love those shots. Like,
okay, wait. Now, so in your version, whenever he pulls, you said you just see the hair at first?
Yeah.
Okay, and in the version I watched, he pulls out the full decapitated head in front of the family, and then they sit it outside.
I gotta go back and watch this Italian version.
No shit. Yeah, no. I guess they probably cut away on it for more of a a shock. When you actually see it dangling there.
That head dangling.
Yeah.
It always shocks him.
Always shocks him. But yeah. No, this thing is actually really interesting.
Probably those American censors are like, no, that's too much severed head. We got to get rid of some of it. And,
Yeah, probably. I would say it's probably the thing with that.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
When did it release in the U.S.?
64.
So a year later. Did it go into theaters?
I don't think so.
I'd say it was in theaters. That's how Sabbath saw it, like, because
that's true. I guess in certain places it wouldn't have been around here.
So it was like a limited.
Yeah.
So they
wouldn't have seen it in theaters over here.
No, they were in.
They were probably in Britain.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm curious.
Euro release. I don't know.
Yeah, like over here it wasn't released, but in Europe and shit it was. Because it said it did like. Fuck.
It did fuck.
I think I said like 100 liar. 100 million liar.
You calling me a liar?
Maybe.
Huh.
I mean, I would if you couldn't prove that you watched a different version.
I like
fucking bananas, Joe.
Okay, in Vertilock, do you watch? Does the guy like basically instantly fall in love with that chick?
Yeah.
Okay.
I even told Dave when we were watching, I'm like, listen to this motherfucker. What a stupid dumbass.
Oh,
like,
he's
pretty and all, but shit.
He's a smooth pimp who loves the pussy.
That shit was goofy. Fucking Count Vladimir Dufay.
So it sounds like there's a couple little things in the other two, but the big changes were in the telephone.
Yeah,
They
that we
totally
know of it.
that story. They completely changed it.
Yeah,
But that's the thing. If you change it to a ghost instead, you have to change everything that comes after, like the letter.
Yeah.
Everything that comes after is going to have to be different.
Like the one thing about the
You almost have
Vertilock.
to reshoot it.
Yeah. The one thing about the Vertilock that irritated me though was the fact that they didn't listen to a fucking thing their dad said.
No.
He was like, "Don't let me in for one," and then he ends up changing them all. So then they're all just super fucked, except for the little kid because they killed him twice, and it's like, what the fuck just happened? But then whenever they all gather up, like they just fucking go sleep in the middle of fucking like Stone Valley. Like, we need some sleep. Then we're gonna go to Jasper or Jersey, as Dave
Jersey.
thought.
Freaking Jersey girl.
Dave's like, "Are they going to Jersey?" I'm like, "What? No." But they're not even close to Jersey.
It was Jesse, right? Like it came up in the. I was like,
Yeah.
just for a second, I was like, I swear to God, I thought that said Jersey for a second.
I looked up. Well, for one, I couldn't find out where all it played in theaters and stuff, but it did play in theaters at some point. But I did ask it, was the film, fully made twice? Yeah, the film Black Sabbath was significantly altered for its American release by American International. The original Italian version, A Tre Volta della Para, was more colorful and had a different story order and musical score. I didn't realize. Okay. The American version, also titled Black Sabbath, featured a rearranged order of the stories, replaced their original score by whatever, and changed the plot of the telephone segment, adding a supernatural element and removing references to lesbianism and prostitution.
All right.
Okay, then.
Those American censors that you see.
Yeah, no shit. God, okay. That's something.
That's pretty fucking wild.
Was there lesbianism in the version you watched, Mike?
Didn't think to ask.
No, no lesbians.
I don't see how they would.
They were just good friends.
Who?
Huh?
Not in the eyes of the censors over here. They're like, we'll have none of that.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, 'cause in the
Times haven't changed.
In Vertilock, they're like family, so I mean, hopefully not. But it wasn't a real different time, I guess. I don't.
Well, no, because it even said that
Got to keep warm somehow.
Yeah, the telephone was the one that had the lesbianism and prostitution taken out.
Yeah,
So
but
I
I mean,
wonder.
they didn't like each other. Like maybe they, I don't know.
They cut off that scissoring scene that you were hoping for, Dave.
They got their pubis.
Is that what it was?
They got all tangled up one day. They were pissed.
We got to cut this.
Literally.
Yeah.
So American International did it, huh?
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking weird. That's funny though.
How bizarre.
How bizarre. How bizarre. Boom, 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 boom.
So what are some other parts of these films that you were interested in? Anyone? Up for grabs. I just lobbed that one out there.
Ew.
Wording, sir.
I'll say this about the Vertilac, and I don't even want to talk about the phone one because it sucks. But the other two, despite any weird shit going on with the plot that may or may not make sense, they're really just cool to watch. You know what I mean? Like some movies, like I'm gonna mention it before. I'm not a big fan of Suspiria, for instance. I don't really care for the movie, but I fucking think it's beautiful. I like to watch it and listen to the score just as an art piece. I like I'm a big fan of the Gothic films of that era, the 60s, like the Vincent Price Poe movies that Corman did. American International did a bunch of those, I think, and that might be why they distributed this one. I could just watch those old Gothic movies just for the freaking set pieces and there's so many cool cinematography and shots, especially in the exterior, which is like a sound painted backdrop and shit, but it looks really cool. I just think just the visual part of it alone is like worth the price of admission.
The lighting, that was one of the big things that stood out to me. Like there was certain scenes where Karloff is kind of looming over the bed and he like walks right into the light and his face is illuminated. And it's just, it's very eerie and it gives that spooky feel to it. So, I definitely like the way some of those shots are set up, like you said.
Yeah, definitely.
When he's running through the
that
woods.
bluish tone.
You want to see the head reveal?
Sure.
Oh yeah. Fuck it.
All right. Cue it up in the truck.
Ho trovato io il cadavere di Alibe.
E come fate a essere sicuro che fosse proprio lui?
Ma non può esserci alcun dubbio. I vestiti, i gioielli e poi il vostro pugnale.
Il mio pugnale. E credi forse che sia sufficiente per riconoscere un corpo senza testa? Su queste prove nessuno sarebbe disposto a credere alla sua morte e la gente seguiterebbe a tremare di paura come prima.
Do you guys remember this conversation?
I do.
Ho la prova
You do?
che
Okay.
Alibe è morto.
It was different though. Yeah, that wasn't.
Ecco perché il cane abbaiava tanto. Aveva fiutato odore di cadavere.
Throws the head.
Fuck that head.
Yeah, that's not what happens in the other one.
Casa che tutti la vedano.
Threw that head like a Nerf basketball.
All right.
That's a good shot.
It is a good shot. That's the only time we see the head.
Yeah.
Oh, there's Loverboy, old Mark Summers from Double Dare.
Yeah, no, because in the English version, like he has it in a bag and he kind of puts it out and then he kind of hands it off to him. He doesn't throw it, I don't think. He doesn't throw it, does he? If he does, you don't see him throw it.
I didn't remember.
Because they just kind of like end up showing it hanging there.
Well, like, yeah, because like he has the hand his hands full of hair from where he's pulling out, and then he hands it off, and then he goes to the guy going, "That's what the dog was barking because he had blah, 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 blah." So like that's kind of interesting. That he just that probably was the censors.
Because that was way better, like way cooler looking. Just like ta-da!
But I actually like the version where you don't see it till it's hanging outside. I
It's
think
a little more
it's a nice reveal.
I think it's more effective that way.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's like a shock value kind of thing. Like, oh fuck, there's a head hanging out here.
No, I wonder how many Italian films, like horror films, that I've watched that have alternate stuff in the alternate versions.
I've been thinking this as well.
Because now I'm like, there's a lot out there. Do some research.
Yeah.
Compare and contrast to another episode too. I like this. This is cool.
I'm sure there is. I mean, they got to Americanize it.
Oh yeah. But to like change that much, like I never even thought about like there really being that much of a change. I mean, fucking this, like the phone one, like that whole damn thing's altered.
Yeah.
Like, and you know, there's pieces in the other ones, I guess, that are altered, but that one's just like, it's a completely different story. So it's like, that's so interesting because it's like, now I'm thinking about other movies. I'm like, I wonder if that has you know, it's like there's a whole new elements to things that, you know.
Yeah,
but again,
on that one, you had to recut, you had to dub it, you had to reshoot a little bit, like the part with the letter. I mean, you might as well just did a whole new fucking thing.
Well, since there's pieces of everything else that's kind of like different from Mike's version, in The Drop of Water, whenever the old lady starts haunting the chick, and then she goes to kill her, does the lady strangle herself, or does the fucking thing kill her instead?
She strangles herself.
Okay.
That's the same.
And she steals the ring back and shit?
Who?
The ghost. Because remember the cops come and like they pry her hands off her throat and there's a ring missing?
Yeah.
But it wasn't the ghost. It was the woman that found her because she looks. She has a look on her face, and I think she's hiding her hand or something, or something indicating that she took the ring.
I was going to say that's a totally different ending because she strangles herself, and then they show like the follow up where you know the police are there and they're talking to the woman, and she said the woman's like, oh, you know, her and like a group of people found her, but she had the group of people leave because there was too many people, and they like examine her hand, her fingers all fucked up, and then they're like, oh, it looks like somebody forcibly removed a ring, and then it's just like a cut to the woman's face, like oh shit, you know, like I'm the one who stole the ring, you know, the next one in line in succession to be haunted or whatever. So that's pretty much the same then.
Yeah, there was actually supposed to be a sequel to this movie based on the Dunwich Horror Tales called Scarlet Friday, but then Mario Bava did Dr. Goldfoot and the Girl Bombs, and then they took the sequel away. But the sequel was going to be Bava, Karloff, but with Christopher Lee.
Yeah.
Ooh, that would have been cool.
That would have been
cool
too.
We missed that one because he made a crapper movie in the
and Girl Bombs. That one sucked.
Yeah. Damn.
Well, man, could have had a whole other film.
Yeah, that'd have been cool.
Black Monday.
I like Scarlet Friday. That's pretty cool. That's a nice title.
Shomer Shabbos.
I'm gonna borrow this.
Yeah. No, I couldn't do that.
Borrow this title.
Yeah, this is one from Vertilog that I like. You know, this part right here. This is creepy as shit for this kid.
I'm gonna screw this whole episode.
Yeah, we're gonna fuck it up. How old does a film have to be in order to?
I think it should be fine. It's on Tubi also.
62 years old.
Do you hear audio?
Yeah.
Okay. No, it's the wind.
Per l'amor del cielo, Maria, non lo ascoltare.
Seriously, bitch, it's the wind.
Mi sta chiamando, ho freddo.
Ma è morto, morto. Ragiona, tu stessa lo hai seppellito con le tue
She kills him, right, in your version?
Ma non è tuo figlio. È un burdalac.
Non mi importa, lasciali e ti uccido.
Yeah. Creepy as shit.
Be a good sample for the beginning of a song.
Non andare. Torna.
Oh, it's so funny that you mentioned samples. When I used to write music, I had this 4-track Fostex 4-track recorder, and I loved putting samples in it. And I totally had forgotten that I'd sampled this movie, clips from The Drop of Water. I heard it and it like rung out in my head. I was like, "Oh, that's right! I fucking sampled that on one of my songs." That was
nice,
kind of funny.
Oh yeah, this is a good one to take samples from too. And I'd probably use I'd use the Italian version for that one. That's pretty.
Yeah, that'd be pretty cool.
Yeah.
And in the U.S. version, she kills her husband there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He won't. He's trying to stop her from going out, and she's like, "No," and she kills him. Like, what the fuck? Because he wanted to stab the kid. Okay, is that something they show where he wants to stab the kid?
Oh, when he's walking in the room
in the heart.
Like, no, yeah,
in the heart, yeah. And she won't allow him to do it, so they end up just burying him the way he is.
Yeah. Because he did it to the other guy too. He's like, I already did it to, just to make sure.
Yeah.
But yeah.
So interesting.
Yeah, look at us learning things.
Do. Shit's pretty crazy.
Yeah, man. But I do enjoy this movie quite a bit though. This was when my son was 2. Me and his mom, I talked to her. We had just gotten a big ass TV, and I was like, let's watch a classic, and turn all the lights off, all that shit, and put on Black Sabbath. And Dax, being as young as he was, and he was kind of hypnotized by the movie. But like there were the part where like Karloff's head is kind of and all that shit, Dax's eyes got about this big, and he like jerked back, and he was like freaked out about it or whatever.
It's a creepy ass image, man.
Yeah, that kid was destined to like something like things that are scary. Because I mean, his first couple of movies, like when he was first brought home, I mean, his first movie was Night of the Living Dead, and then it was Black Sabbath and a few others.
I was thinking his camp counselor shirt for his birthday party.
That was mine. Yeah. I gave that to him because it shrunk on me. I got that before I went to Jason Live's camp. So pretty cool.
Oh, yeah,
passing it on,
No, I know. We whenever we were talking about movies to do for Halloween, we kind of picked this due to Ozzy, and a little tribute to him and Black Sabbath whenever Ozzy passed.
Yep. When before Sabbath was called Sabbath, they were called Earth, and they were more of a bluesy type band, and they did a lot of like different covers and shit. And then they were walking by they came out of the movie theater, or they were walking by the movie theater, and they saw the big poster for Black Sabbath, and they're like, we should just write scary music, just like people watch scary movies, like, and it's like, there it was, like, Black Sabbath. And the thing is, when you say Black Sabbath and you're talking about the movie, people don't think they don't know what you're talking about. This,
Dude, trying to search for this movie is fucking a pain in the ass, because like all you get is like a bunch of live like Black Sabbath performances.
Yeah, you got to put Black Sabbath 1963.
63.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was putting Black Sabbath film full movie, and it pops up on YouTube like 3 or 4 different.
That's because you use full movie. If you just do Black Sabbath, you're fucking getting all kinds of shit down the rabbit.
Oh yeah, the movie doesn't even come up, especially right now. You kidding me?
I found all kinds of like live performances of Ozzy and Black Sabbath.
So would you so for Robert and for Chuck, you've already seen the films. This was the first time for me, Chad and Dave. Would you say that you saw the film first, or did you know about Black Sabbath, the music first, and that kind of led you to the film?
Music Black Sabbath, the music.
Music,
okay.
Yeah,
Definitely.
Yeah, I learned about the movie from some documentary about Black Sabbath, about the band Black Sabbath, and they brought up the movie, and they were like, oh, a horror movie starring Boris Karloff, blah blah whatever. And I was like, oh, okay, shit. And then when I was older and was able to find it, it was kind of cool, because I was mad I'd never seen this shit before. Like,
Yeah.
I love the fact that the band being, what they had it right. They hit it right on the mark. People love scary movies. They love to be scared. Why not scary music? Like there's always been music that's been kind of like eerie or whatever the fuck, especially a lot of old jazz stuff, But to have something, like the first track, Black Sabbath, the rain coming down, and then the bells and shit, and you hear this like, dang, dang, dang. I mean, dude, shit's fucking great. One of my favorite albums of all time.
This was the influential film for Tarantino as well.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, sometimes it takes that one little thing to be the catalyst to kind of put you in a certain direction. It's just like, I always everything I say always goes back to wrestling. It's like you talk about Steve Austin and how he's like the ringmaster, whenever he first comes to WWF, and then it's just like that one little thing and changes his complete direction and turns him into Stone Cold Steve Austin. And then it's like he found his purpose. And it was kind of like the same thing, you're saying with like Black Sabbath, where they're doing their thing or whatever, but they're still trying to find out, their course in history. And it's like this film gives them that spark of an idea to like, okay, this is what we should do. And then what it leads to, a very historic career.
I mean, you mix a horror movie, you mix an injury that makes Tony Iommi tune his guitar low, and a lot of drinking and drugging, and you have one of the greatest bands of all time.
Oh yeah.
It's like anybody that plays music, that plays heavy music, like you can't. It's like Rob Zombie said it. He's like, yeah, nobody's original. Tony Iommi already wrote all the riffs, and it's true. It's really true. When you go back and listen to albums like Sabotage, like Sabotage,
Beastie Boys,
or listen to Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath. You know what I mean? Like some of those riffs, like you kind of forget. It's like, oh yeah, they were the ones that kind of had that first like real fast pace, like you know what I mean? Like long live Black Sabbath.
Oh yeah.
I wasn't on the episode when after Ozzy died to be able to say anything, so now I'm like Sabbath this and Ozzy that, and
well, that's why we did that too. That's why we had this as the pick, because like we were talking that night after on Clerks After Dark, and kind of brought it up. So that was a good idea.
Yeah. And Mr. Essig over there has that Diary of a Madman behind him.
See that?
Perfect.
Awesome poster.
Definitely.
It's badass.
It's a mini poster, ain't
It's a
it?
blacklight poster. I need to get a blacklight for it. It looks really badass under the blacklight.
That's an old school poster, right? That's like,
Yeah, that was my cousin's poster. It was on her wall when I was a kid. And when she went to the military years ago, like in the 90s, I was like, I just want all your posters. So I still have a whole bunch of them rolled up in my closet over here. But that's the one that I framed and put up because it was always my favorite.
Oh, yeah.
That's fucking killer, dude. That's awesome. Image awesome.
And now, like you weren't able to be here last week, Chuck. I know one of the things you want to talk a lot about is Bava. We're having 2 scoops of Bava here at the Video Store Clerks Podcast. Last week we did Lamberto. Now it's Mario. Which one do you prefer? And where do you think Demons and Black Sabbath rank for each director, respectively, in your opinion?
Like which director do I prefer, or which movie?
Which director you prefer, and how these films rank? Obviously you couldn't be here for Demons, but how Demons ranks it for you with Lamberto, and how Black Sabbath ranks for you with Mario.
Well, for one, I pick Mario. Like he
Okay.
just, originator of a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Black Sabbath. I mean, I because the way that I put things in lists, like when it comes to DUNN anthologies, I mean, I think it's one of my favorites, just because, I mean, if anything, honestly, like even if it was just, if you just took out the phone one, whatever, like it would be those 2 right there would work perfect. It's like Argento and Romero did 2 Evil Eyes. It was just 2 stories, and it was perfect, and I love that one. I would say Black Sabbath would be somewhere along, like, I don't know, in my top 20, maybe, when it comes down to like favorites, like favorite horror films, classics, or whatever. Demons. The thing about Demons is it's fun. It's good. It's a fun little stupid movie, and it's very, very traumatic. It's very trauma. It's got a very trauma feel to it. It's not one of my favorites. When I rewatched it, when I thought I was going to be on, every time I watch that movie, I have the same thought. I'm always like, oh, I'm going to watch Demons, man. I haven't watched that in forever. And then I watch it,
Like,
and then I go, and then I'm like, this movie's kind of stupid. Like it's so like ridiculous. You know, there's a whole bunch. You know, you all talked about the movie, whatever the fuck, but there's just. I'm sure you probably agree. It's very ridiculous.
Yes.
And the sequel, I actually almost like better than the first one.
Okay.
But Demons, I give it a lot of credit. I mean, it is a classic, if you will. It's not in my top 20.
The sequel's a little more serious, kind of.
Yeah.
Has more of a serious tone to it.
There's things I like about it. There's things I do like about it, but you know, I like the gore, and I think that the
effects.
I love the cheesiness, man.
Yeah, I do too. It just for some reason, it's one that every time that I watch it, about midway through, I'm like, all right, I need to watch something else. Like I don't know. I hate to be that way because I know that everybody, like, so many people love that movie, but
I always just look forward to the fucking dirt bike samurai sword scene.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
Samurai.
Yeah, no, but Mario Bava for the win. I mean, bottom line.
Rob, what would you say? Are you a big Bava guy, or is this just one of the films that stood out to you?
Yeah, I'm a fan of Mario Bava. I don't think I've ever seen Demons all the way through. I've tried watching it like 3 times, and for some reason it just doesn't fly with me. I think maybe had I watched it when I was a teenager, I might appreciate it. Like I love Killer Clowns from Outer Space, for instance. Had I not seen that when I was a kid, and I watched it for the first time as an adult, would I like it as much? I don't know. Yeah. But I do like Mario Bava. I mean, you know, Black Sunday is great. Probably his best film. Black Sabbath, Kill Baby Kill is a pretty fun one.
That's a good one.
Baron of Blood, I think, is, you know, he's got some good movies there.
That's considered to be one of the first giallos, actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch I haven't seen. I really, you know, because I was looking up his filmography, and I was like, you know, there's some gaps there I need to fill.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like because there's a shit ton of movies that because he's one of those that there's a lot of movies I've seen that I don't realize that he had anything to do with until later on, you know. And it's like
somehow there's one of his last movies was Shock, but in America they released it as Behind the Door 2 or something, and I'd seen that not knowing it was Shock. You know, there's always that, like we're talking about, things get changed, they get repackaged,
right?
Whatever.
Yeah. Somehow I ended up watching Behind the Green Door. So
you did. You watched
totally different film.
I mean, it's definitely a mind fuck of a film, if you will. That movie is considered a classic too.
Sure.
That movie's a trip for an adult feature.
Now, I hate to cut it short, but I've got to get up really super early for work in the morning. So I'm going to bid farewell and get some Z's.
I mean, we appreciate you stopping by. You got the open invitation anytime. Just give Chuck a yell. Give us a yell. You're free.
Oh, yeah. I'll be on again, and we won't make it a year until the next appearance.
For sure.
Hey, man, we've got a whole bunch of horror stuff coming up, so I'll shoot you the titles, and if you want to come on for any of those, just let me know.
Oh, yeah.
Right on.
Oh, yeah. And is there anything you want to plug right now? You got coming up, or you want to let the people know?
Well, my latest book, I'll plug it. It's called Eat, Shit, and Die. It's 2 stories, Eat, Shit, and Die, and When the Fall Consumes, crazy, wild, extreme horror that will rip your face off and stitch it back upside down. That's out right now. If you like your horror crazy, then you'll like that book.
Okay. And all available on Amazon, kind of like with Chuck's as well?
Yeah, Amazon. It's available in ebook, paperback, and nope, that one's not audiobook yet, so scratch that.
Working on it.
Oh, but speaking of audiobooks, I will plug something else for him. I've been listening to the audiobook for his book, Disco Rice, and the story is very Hitchcockian and completely wild. And the person narrating it, Yeah, Disco Rice. I'm loving it. I'm almost done with it. I love it. And John Wayne how do you say
Comunale.
Yeah. Is the one that narrates it, and he does a phenomenal job. So yeah, if you like audiobooks and want something a little bit on the icky side, check out that one. Definitely Disco Rice.
Oh hell yeah.
Oh yeah.
And Dave, we're gonna have all the links and everything for Rob in the comment or the details.
Everything will be in the description. Yeah.
All links will be below.
All right. So yeah, definitely check that out. Check out Rob's work. Show him some love. Rob, thanks again for coming on the show. Always a pleasure, man.
Oh yeah, yeah, it's great. I enjoy it. We're gonna do it again for sure.
Oh yeah, good.
All right, man.
Take care, evening, sir.
Right.
All right.
Yeah, dude. Talk to you later, man.
See you.
See ya.
Oh yeah.
Always love talking to Rob.
Right, yeah. Rob,
for sure.
Yeah,
you guys have anything to add to the Black Sabbath?
Go ahead.
I was just gonna say when it comes down to the Black Sabbath film, I think that it's a staple in horror film history. I think it's a very important film, no matter how dated or ridiculous it may seem to some people. The movie has inspired a lot of people. I mean, you were talking about Quentin Tarantino earlier. I've heard other directors and actors and writers and shit who always throw this movie up there. And if people have not seen it, definitely give it a watch. And if we don't have to clip every clip that we played, then you got a taste of it on the show. So I say that it's definitely one that should be watched. And it's not too risque or anything that if you got some young'uns who are into the old school horror stuff, you want to show them something
And the key to watching these old like horror movies and shit too is like, I mean, you see this shit now, it's kind of like it was like a bore fest in a way because we're just so fucking numb to everything now because of the shit we've seen over the years. But like if you go back and like actually put yourself in that time period, like these are some creepy tales.
Yeah,
there's some real fucked up stories in there.
It's creepy. Like at the time period, there was only so much. There was horror, but like stuff like this started coming out where it was a little bit more shocking. They would show a little bit more and all that stuff. Like, I mean, it took many years before they could get away with a lot of other things. But
yeah, like these days we're all desensitized to this shit because it's just everyday shit.
Yeah. This movie, I will also say that, I mean, that this movie has, it's a great movie to, if you got a big screen TV, get some candles and spark you a big fatty. And believe me, the slow parts don't even matter. Like time just goes by anyway. It's good. It's a good movie to watch, chill and relax, smoke one too.
Yeah, it's one of like I said, I had a problem with the pacing, but like we've mentioned, it's a film from 1963, so it's going to be a lot different from what we are accustomed to.
Yeah,
and like you said, Chad, you got to put yourself in that position. Going back into the 60s, actually being in a theater, and being able, to see that on the large screen, and how it's even that scene we saw with Frank kind of creeping into the room, it builds that tension more so whenever you're in like a big room like that. And so
it's like now we're seeing in Psycho.
Sure. Yeah. It's definitely a different feel, so you got to take all that into consideration. So you might watch this and you might be like, oh, whatever. It's nothing special, but you got to take into consideration, the time frame, the time period, and everything like that. For me, like I said, the Wunderloch was the one I enjoyed the most. It had the most depth to it. We said it ran like 45 minutes or something like that. You could easily stretch it out and turn it into a film. Just that section. The visuals and everything, especially in that one, just great shots by Bava in that. And and of course you got Karloff, man, legend. So that's the one I think I enjoyed the most. And like you said, Chuck, it's a film that inspired a lot of artists going forward. and holds a place in history just for that alone.
Question real quick. Am I the only one that when Karloff has he forces the woman to give him the kid and he goes over by the fire, does anybody else get the feeling he's going to throw the kid in the fire when he does that?
I thought of it too. Yeah, I totally did.
Yeah. Every time I watch it, I'm like, I know he's not gonna, but I think he wants to.
I thought that was going to be I thought he was just going to bite right into him right there and it just like turn into a full blown.
Yeah, because I mean, she makes dinner and tries to hand him a plate after he says he's starving, and then he's like, "That's fucking rubbish! Like, get that shit out of my face! I don't want any.
I'm not hungry anymore."
Little kid.
Yeah,
that shit's fucking bananas. God damn it!
Hello?
That phone is ringing again.
Hello. Hello. No, that's the wrong number. Fucking weird. All right,
that's
so
very
let's
strange.
fire up. I know, right? Let's fire up this here clip generator. See what we got.
It's time for the random clip of the week.
To give us another strike.
Strike 3.
Copyrights all around.
See ya.
If we want to make it happen, we might as well do it right. There we go.
Hopefully that doesn't happen.
Fucking Santo, man. Legend.
Looks like something Rob Zombie would remake.
Santo, la pistola en el suelo.
Blue Demon. Oocha, oocha. This is what we need. This is what we need. We need a lucha horror mashup for modern times. Wait, what was that one? Oh, shit. That just happened. Chad, you were talking about it? I haven't seen it yet. The one with Jericho.
I haven't seen it yet either. I can't find it. I don't know what it's called, though.
What is the wrestling one?
I don't think it's actually out yet, is it?
Dark match?
Okay.
What was
Death match? Dark match?
Yeah, it's on Shudder.
Is it?
I've watched it. It's not very good.
Well, all right.
All right.
Like it's kind of a mess. Yeah, no, it's not. It's not that. I've tried watching it twice. Sorry.
Right, well, guess we need a cheesier version.
Cheesy.
You should watch the movie. It's pretty cheesy.
No, I mean not.
Damn
it. Wrong number.
Hello. No, I mean, in the fucking coma here. I told you, bitch, don't live here. God.
Oh man, remember when we called the Freddy hotline? That shit was scary.
Oh yeah.
Well, hell yeah. Okay, man. Black Sabbath. We talked about it's the highway to Halloween, man, here at the video store. And last week we hit up with Demons. We went back in time, back to the 60s with Black Sabbath, something more classic. We had our cheese, we had our classic. What's coming up on the menu next week, Chadmang?
Next week, we're going to go hang out with some Reggie Bannister. Boy, the original Phantasm. Check out the tall man.
That's what's up.
Hell yeah. Boy.
Phantasm.
That's going to be fantastic.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Well, before we get out of here, fellers, let's throw up some ads right quick here.
Yeah.
Hey everybody, Laser Trading Company is on YouTube. See some of the videos from Mike's travels and experiences. If you haven't already, please head over and subscribe. 7,800 and growing. Thank you all. Laser Trading Company is also available on eBay with various merchandise and collectibles. Hundreds of great gift ideas. That's Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. Laser Trading Company. You know him from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, Nasty Nation, Graveyard Talk, and the Video Store Clerks Podcast. He is the creator of Stoner Gore, Toasty Jack Nasty! And if you're looking for the latest in extreme horror. Head over to Amazon.com, look up Chuck Nasty, and the following titles are available. Along with the latest album, Decay of Man from Bastard Sons of a Judas Goat, available on Spotify, Apple Music, and YouTube now.
Along with Chuck's recent releases,
Twisted Eyeball Juice, collection of stories that have been in other anthologies, including one story that is new, and The Rocking Chair, which is a novella that I wrote that was actually in an anthology. It was a lot longer than I was expecting it to be.
That's what she
pretty
said.
Pretty much to show you how anything can be horrible, even a silly old rocking chair.
Oh yeah, man.
Does that take place at a Cracker Barrel by any chance?
No, but I should have done that. I, didn't think about it. But
Yeah, I was going through old photos whenever we used to live in Baltimore,
Yeah.
Mhm.
and I had that fucking joint from Cracker Barrel with me with the cowboy hat on and that big hunk bar or whatever the fuck it was called, making that
Nice.
goofy ass cross-eyed and smile.
Hell
That
yeah.
shit came out of nowhere and made me fucking start losing it.
Have either any of you all read The Rocking Chair yet?
No,
I haven't. I still got to pick it up. It's in my little thing in my jigger.
these guys are slacking. I at least own the book. So
I mean, you all were doing so well in the beginning. You know, you read
Yeah.
almost-
I got them all.
I own them all.
Okay,
I'm
make sure
slacking.
you read them. Get to reading, boys.
And review. He needs reviews, right?
Yeah. Anyone out there picks up any of my books, I like reviews on, and like to be given a little love. But my last three, Twisted Eyeball Juice, The Rocking Chair, and Lot Lizard Stew, especially the last two, or the first two, need a little bit of extra love. So reviews and whatnot would be nice. So
That's
There we
what's
go.
up.
woo.
I'll have to get them shits and read them and leave some reviews.
Well, The Rocking Chair is only like about 100 pages, and it's a pretty quick read. And that one, when it comes to like the short stuff that I've put out, that one I'm most proud of. Out of the other short ones I put out, like, yeah. So read it.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah, man. Fucking it's gonna be October officially here soon. 27 minutes.
27?
And the highway to Halloween going straight through the video store, man. Fucking
Fuck yeah.
Phantasm. Phantasm, that's gonna be fan-fucking-tastic. So get your ass back over here next week. Go watch Phantasm. Come hang out with the video store clerks, man. It's gonna be good
Yeah,
times. Great oldies.
And like I said at the beginning of the show, we thank all of our subscribers, old and new. Continue on this journey with us. We appreciate you all. And if you do have any suggestions, just drop them in the comments below or hit us up on the Facebook. And we'll watch that shit and see what you guys think. See what we think, if it's something we haven't seen. But until next week when we do Phantasm, we are out of here. So we shall see you next Tuesday.
From the rock.